BBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and much thanks for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to the Extra. Now the Extra is an extension of Good Morning Uganda. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono. Very excited because of the guest I have this morning, a very interesting character and a person also very passionate about ICT, but he's also very passionate, one, about the youth, very passionate about affairs of the people of Kampala. And he's one man I know, if you're having any debate on anything that is really of national interest, he can really defend and explain it thorough. But today, I have him not on the political side. Usually when I'm with the guest I have today, we are usually discussing issues of politics, the hot seats and all that. Now I'm going to miss that bit of our usual topic because we are now going into issues regarding ICT. Well knowing that we shall be having a Thanksgiving by the Honorable Minister, Dr. Monica Musenero, and much as this is going to be a Thanksgiving, but also it's going to be an opportunity to see the various breakthroughs we've made in the arena of innovation, science, and technology. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono. Join me, welcome Honorable Kabuye Chofa Togabye. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning to you.
I love the yellow tie.
It was actually matching that dress, that's all. Nothing big. Nothing big. No. Just, you know, sometimes I need visible things. Just that because I'm a bit black and not like lighter like you, I always make sure I put on something so that people can see me. Yes.
People can see. Now, going to topic this morning, where we're going to be looking at ICT and innovation.
Yes.
Briefly, when we talk about ICT and innovation, for a viewer, what are we talking about?
By and large, because the viewers, I don't want them to mix. You are well aware that we have two ministries. But we have a ministry for ICT, which is actually looking at information, technology, and so on. But again, we have a ministry for science and technology and innovation. This one is basically looking at the exact thing you're asking. What are we trying to mean? What are we trying to come up with? It is the migration from the migration from the old order, which the analog, to the new order, to the digital world, to the science world, to the technology world. That's all. Basically, on the surface, that's what can any lay person can understand. That this is the efforts government has put in place, championed by, since we are not talking about politics, but championed by one person who has been by this dream for a long time, that is President Museveni, and trying to move the country. But as we move the country politically, economically, socially, we know the movers. And now the youth who need simple things, who need to advance in all levels of, aspects of life, and also to match the trend, the world order. That's all.
Now, just to inform our viewers that I have also another guest. That's the Minister for Science and Technology and Innovation, Dr. Monica Musenero, but she's on Zoom. Yes, we are going to talk about science and technology, and we don't experience that during this show.
And that is now the ICT.
Now, Dr. Musenero is not able to be with us here in studios because she's in a place where I'm even told the expo has already starting today, and we expect His Excellency to be at this Thanksgiving. She's already there, but with us via Zoom. And anytime we shall have her pop there, and we shall have so much to discuss with her. Now, coming back to Honorable Minister, let's look at the journey or NRM's Foundation for Science and Technology. How have we moved throughout?
Because we keep just a bit of minutes in the beginning, actually, I'm sorry. The journey started in 1986 again. I remember some time back, we were still young, and the president was talking about computer. You remember when the computer revolution came in, and that's how the journey started. And I remember so many people by then, our elders and now parents, some of them lost jobs because they couldn't operate computers. Then the president started getting up avenues and ways of trying to introduce the public, try to introduce the citizen into science. And of course, you know, the best way to do it is through education. So we started with strengthening science from primary school, then it came to secondary school. I don't know, Robert, which year you started O level, but I remember by the time I entered the senior one, around 93, 94, they said some schools have now been, one, they phased out the double shift. Then they said some schools are purely science. And unfortunately, I ran into such a school. I found myself in Chitante Hill School, where now science is compulsory. And I remember at that time, for us, we were doing 7, I think around 8 subjects. Then other schools could drop physics, chemistry, like that. So science started, that's how the journey started. Then they came to the universities, they expanded the university. And I remember by the time we finished A level, they had opened up another university, the one of its kind, Mbararam, you know, University of Science and Technology. And indeed, with a very educationist called Dr. I think Professor Kayanja. That is the man I really used to admire a lot. He had a lot of, he was a professor, so many PhDs and so on. So science, then they expanded the university, Makerere University Science faculties. Now this, I think they call them colleges and so on. Then research, they opened up more research institutions like National Council for Science and Technology, then the narrow research, then so many research, then ULI came in, so many entities and agencies of government
Maybe
came
just
in.
to cross-check and see, be sure, do we have Dr. Monica? Yes, she is there. Good morning, doctor, and welcome to the show.
And actually, don't call her doctor, just call her good morning science and welcome to science.
Welcome to the show, doctor.
Yes.
It's nice having you. Maybe for our viewer, where exactly are you, doctor, this morning? Well, I hope I'm able to get... Doctor, are you able to get me? Well, I think we'll be getting back to Doctor. Sound has an issue, but our technical team, they are working tooth and nail to ensure that we get Doctor throughout very, very well. Now, you're still
actually,
explaining
the journey now ends into the coming on board of, after training so many younger men and women in this country, the journey now ended into establishment now of a full-fledged ministry for science and technology innovation. And this ministry, why is even domiciled in the president's office, is to ensure, one, keen day-to-day, on the dot, on the details, not to leave any stone unturned. Because the president must be briefed and he supervises it himself actually. There's one ministry he doesn't delegate because he doesn't want anyone to fall off, given now the journey and the successes so far seen. Because all of you are aware, we are now manufacturing electric cars. And Professor Tikodeli and Chira Motors. And so many things, electric motorbikes are coming on board. Then you go in the field of medicine.
Yes, I remember just this week we had the e-mobility expo and Chira Motors. That is
all over the East African community.
Yes, and I was seeing a lot of innovations that are coming.
Oh, they have even orders. They have more than now almost 40. The people want almost 40 buses. And the region is coming on board. They are very supportive. So by and large, that's the summary of the journey of science where we are. Of course, if it is a child, we've started the P1. We are not yet there, but at least it's now in the hands of someone whom we believe works science, dreams science, she eats science. So I think the future is bright.
Maybe just to take you a bit slightly back, I wanted Dr. Monica to answer this, but since we are still having a little bit of challenges with our Zoom link there, on shifting the Secretariat for Science, Technology and Innovation to the Office of the President. This, I need more clarity.
No, it was just
what prompted, really.
It is not prompting as such. You know, when you think of something and you are
the ministry fully fledged, and
yeah, you know, when you think of something and then you feel like you are developed of an idea, you want to control, somehow see your idea grow. So basically, it was to bring it closer, to avoid bureaucratic tendencies of government, and also to enable proper coordination. That's all. One, I told you, White went straight to the president's office. Actually, it's moved even in the State House. For the president, every day he wakes up, he can't miss a day without having a brief on the science, and then he advises. Rather than waiting for the Prime Minister to submit or other NDAs, which can take a full week, here every day is a way of what Dr. Mseno is doing, where do you have a problem, which challenge, and that's why actually he was able to ring-fence an innovation fund. And that innovation fund has really helped so many scientists in Uganda, including local herbalists. Me and you now, we can actually make a breakthrough. Just go home and ask your judge, what is this trees? You'll be able. And now those, why again, is because, you know, research. Normally people don't understand research. And normally research can end into zero, negative or positive. And for us, social science will say, now you've eaten our money, where are the results? But even the zero result is a result for research. I don't know what objectives they would be for. Now all those needs a risk taker. And that is the only place where risks can be accepted and absorbed. And that's why he moved the ministry closer. And then also to be able to coordinate. Because again, it's not only STI doing the work, but it's done, of course, through coordination, easier coordination. You know, when you see something from Office of the President, you quickly respond. You make it urgent and important. But other things are urgent, not important. But here you say, oh, urgent and important, and you do it quickly because you don't know what the big man may ask in the next 24 hours.
Now, Honorable Minister, that said, still when we talk about science and innovation, science, technology and innovation, how would you rate Uganda for now? We are in the East African community, but when you look at, was looking at some of the cars, I liked so much the buses. Of course, these smaller ones, I couldn't understand the design very well.
You can design model. Yes.
But the good thing is there were vehicles, and I must say they are very good.
Yes.
So when we rate Uganda, I had an official from that secretariat who was telling me that at least we are doing 18% of our own content, then the other in some of these technologies is assembling, but at least 18%, and by 2050 we look to have over 50% being our own. Now, how would you rate us if we are to look at the East African community, how far we've gone into science and innovation as a country?
Actually, in this aspect we are number one. In this aspect we are number one. Of course, I think next maybe, to avoid the diplomatic rows, I think we are moving almost hand in hand with Rwanda because we all launched satellites, remember, some time back. We also were able to put satellites in the orbit, which is a very big mileage and milestone. But in this, when it comes to cars and other innovations, we are number one. Yes, we are number one. And the good thing, because of the Muzee's Ubuntu and the brotherhoodness, he controls us not to blow our trumpet so much. For him, he says, no, let's move as East Africa. But so far, so good. Okay, we're on the right journey. The road now is trying to open up, and now we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Yes.
You talked of the innovation fund, and when you move around, I must say there are very many young men and women that are doing a lot of innovation, and innovation requires a lot of money.
Yes.
Now, how has this fund greatly contributed? Even, is it also accessible? Because the fund is being there, it could be there, but accessibility of this fund in this journey of science, technology, and innovation.
Actually, to the exact contribution, let me call upon all Ugandans tomorrow. Let the road lead to whatever. Yes. Where Doctor is, and I think that's why we are missing him because of the networks.
Yeah, the network.
Maybe our satellite didn't work properly today. But let's go to the and you see. Mainly what's being exhibited is not from these high-tech industries or what, just from simple Ugandans. And that's where actually the accountability of the Innovation Fund. And those who want and willing, of course, they have accessed it. And that's why we said the movement is in the things. It's no longer bureaucratic as usual. Our scientists take you through the procedures, and then you work with them. The good thing that immediately you go there with an idea, she attaches you to somebody. Doctor quickly attaches you to somebody because we have a fully-fledged department for innovation. Now they attach you to somebody, and then quickly they take you through the procedures. So it's like a government investing in you. For you, you have the idea. Now government comes in to supplement and give you the required inputs you feel like you want, and you move forward. And so many now, all these exhibitions is to provide a platform to showcase what you've been doing, actually what you've been cooking in the kitchen. Now you put it on the shelf for people to appreciate. But now I call upon all young Ugandans, and then both young and old, with good ideas, please come to us. The door is open. The fund is there. Your money is there to help. And good enough, every financial year, funds are put in place. More than 20 billion, actually.
Oh, more than 20 billion there. Now, at this point, let me go for a short break as we try and see how best we can have Dr. Monica Musonero, who happens to be the minister in charge of this docket. We'll return shortly. Thank you so much for being with us. It is still Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyetono with Honorable Chofa Togabye Kabuye. And we are discussing issues regarding science, technology, and innovation. Not forgetting that we will be having the Thanksgiving in Butebo. And His Excellency is expected to be the chief guest there, where we're going to see very many young exhibitors that have come up with various innovations under the docket of Honorable Dr. Monica Musonero, who we believe anytime from now we'll be able to have via the Zoom. But Honorable, before we went for a break, we were discussing this fund, and you said it is readily available. All we need is innovation.
Yes.
Now, we have both the elite and the informal sector. The elite are those we saw, the scientists. We
Yes.
talk about they have gone to the moon, we had the orbit, the satellite launch.
Their salaries have been enhanced.
Their salaries have been enhanced. I mean, there are many things,
Yes.
if I may say that.
Yes.
But then we have another category.
Yes.
Those in around Katwe, the various areas. Very innovative. I was shocked. A friend of mine imported a gate from a country I won't mention. And he was all over the moon. Those were those days, you know. Mine are remote now. This young man came and looked at it and said, but we can do this here.
Kanonkaso.
Said, singa kyononeka mukono enkiraba. Nunda amagezi ge bakozesa. Honorable, I want to be honest to you. This young man made a more durable, because of the materials he used, more durable, very good for Uganda, where the rains, the other one, once it rains and floods, it is a bit complicated. This one, the made of Katwe. This one, now, such innovators, how are they coming in? They may not even know how to talk about proposals, all this and all that. How do you bring in the informal innovators?
Actually, I think 65% of our clients right now are more of the informal sector, because the president doesn't believe in education or degrees to be parameters for someone to determine someone's engagement. He says that person, the moment you see a person is able to do something, fabricate up something, just go and modernize it. And that's why what Science and Technology Ministry is doing, they attach you someone who can write the Ruzungu. For you, you give all your ideas, actually speak in their local languages. And that's why when you go to our secretariat, we have people from various tribes to be able to understand the community you're going to deal with. So you speak your Uganda, the man translates. You speak your Lugbara, the man translates. You speak your... Okay, it's like, come up with the idea. We shall attack you to an expert or a scientist who is going to understand you, translate whatever you're doing, gain your knowledge. I call it downloading your information onto paper, and they guide you. That's all. And that's why actually right now, if you go to Katwe, you find that we are working with the different groups of people, and nowadays they're really developing things which are just putting a small touch to make it more acceptable, more durable, more appealing to communities. So anybody, Jangunga Boli, we shall have you.
Well, Jangunga Boli, we shall have you as long as you are able to innovate.
For instance, these people are dealing in medicine. I think they call it puristics. Most of them, they stopped it in P4. People like this one of such it of ours, they even don't understand what they, you know, they don't understand any single stage, they can't make any single sentences. But what they do, they come, attach them to our medicine group or the medical group, and they're able.
Well, just to remind you that Thursday, which is going to be the 22nd of this very year at Tete Primary School, that is in Butebo district, His Excellency will be the chief guest at the Thanksgiving, where we shall see that is an exhibition of innovators at Petite Primary School in Butebo district. So, and as we speak today, which happens to be the 20th of this very month, the exhibition actually has already started.
Yes, yes.
So that is where Dr. is, and various young men and women who have come up with various innovations are there displaying what they have been able to come up with now. We know that these innovations are supposed to be problem solving.
Yes.
Now, when you look at what we have come up with in various fields, how have Ugandans embraced that? Because most of the times, you'll find something made in Uganda because innovation is solving a problem. Let me just give a very simple example for our viewer. Previously, for people in the popcorn business, do they used to import these machines?
Yes, down there in the country.
Now, it will be foolhardy for anyone in business to go through the task of importing this machine. They are manufactured here, and so many to talk about. Brick making machines, there's so much innovation. But when we talk about the preference that will include the quality of what we come up with, the levels, the affordability of what we come up with, because it is annoying if something made in Uganda is more expensive than that imported. So how have Ugandans embraced the products out of fellow Ugandans' innovations?
Of course, the first question would be what the objectives, what are we trying to address? We are trying to address on the industrial value chain integration, which of course will enhance institutions and then market, at the end of the day, boost the economy, that's all. Now, because you know in that there is a marketing component, and one of the things they are doing right now, which is going to be done tomorrow, I think tomorrow next, yes, the Chinese call it tomorrow next, on Thursday, is trying to demonstrate what innovators have done compared to what are imported, the imports, and then we make them cheaper to make so that we can drive the economy easier. And that has been the result of the think tank of scientists which came up. Because at the end of the day, you need to also to look at...
Honorable Minister, just allow me try again and see if now I have Dr. Monica Mosenero with us. Good morning once again, Doctor.
Hello, good morning.
Nice having you.
Good morning, I hope you hear me.
I hear you now. I hear you now. Do you hear me right?
Yes, I hear you clear and loud.
First, Doctor, welcome to the show via Zoom, and please let us know where exactly are you this morning and a brief of what is going to transpire today.
Right now I'm in Mbale town, but I'm on my way to Petete. I'm sure many Ugandans have never heard of Petete, but that's where we want to take science, technology, and innovation. Petete is a town of about 10,000 people in Butebo district. That's where the exhibition is taking place, and that's where the Thanksgiving ceremony is going to be. People are very excited, and it's going to be massive.
For our viewer, when we talk about the Thanksgiving, what is this Thanksgiving all about?
The Thanksgiving is a combination of things. First and foremost, it's an appreciation of how far we have come, especially in science, technology, and innovation. It's an appreciation of His Excellency, the President, for appointing me and giving me an opportunity to serve Ugandans in this capacity. It's a thanksgiving of the many achievements that we have had in the area of science, technology, and innovation. I've listened to your conversation with Honorable Chofa, and you notice that the journey has been long, but we have reached a point of takeoff. We are now taking off, and that's really what we are doing. We are giving thanks and saying, now we thank you for the first leg, the second leg, we have finished that. We are now on to the future. And the future is where science, technology, and innovation is now part of our economy. As Honorable Chofa was telling you, telling the Ugandans that we started from ideas, from building simple things. Now we have reached a point where we can not only work with the scientists and produce magnificent products like the Kayola buses, but we also are able to work with our innovators irrespective of education. So we have come very far. As a person, I have come very far, but as a nation, we have come even further. So this Thanksgiving is a celebration of science, a celebration of how an ordinary Ugandan can participate in developing our nation through science. And that's what the exhibition is about.
You've talked about the journey having come really from far to where we have. But when you talk about innovation, Doctor, as the minister directly in charge of this, help us understand, if we are to rate ourselves, how are we performing on the East African level, but also maybe globally? Because there are some that still say, yes, we've done a lot, but maybe we are still assembling, and that really coming up with final product 100%, we aren't yet there.
We had an expo last Friday on the 16th, we had the expo at Chira Motors. We wanted to explain to Ugandans what we are doing there. To answer your question indirectly, is Uganda is host to the largest, most technically advanced and comprehensive automotive plant on the continent. Uganda is a host to some of the most advanced machinery in research to medicine. Uganda is host to the only well-structured clinical trial system for herbal medicines. We can take a medicine from anybody, which has not been studied, and we take it into a place where it will be accepted and prescribed. When Ugandans begin to say, oh, we are just assembling, it's just because we had not understood. Assembly is a part of manufacturing, but it is the part where we put together pieces. It does not mean that you have all imported everything. But again, there is no manufacturing where you make everything. But the things that we are, yes, we have some people in the country who may be assembling vehicles. For the moment, we are manufacturing vehicles, we are manufacturing computers, we are manufacturing drugs. So we don't have a lot of assembly, especially under science, technology, and innovation. What we are putting together is resulting from the thoughts, ideas of Ugandans, ordinary Ugandans like you and me.
Thank you for clearing that, that these are ordinary ideas from fellow Ugandans. Now, Honorable Minister, still when we talk about innovation, science and technology, one of the issues here that comes in has been the access to internet. That most of the research people are doing that are using, that are many innovators, this is one of the very interesting parts that maybe works as a fuel to them in terms of research. How are you pushing for at least this being readily available and affordable as well?
Science, technology, and innovation, we are at the office of the president, and that is Honorable Barrio Munsi. But Uganda has come a long way in access to internet. Not only have we made the internet access to a big chunk of the country possible, but even the costs are going down. Some time ago, I wouldn't be able to conduct this kind of TV session in the eastern part of the country. We still have a long way to go, but we are moving. So what I want Ugandans to know is that it is not possible for us to do everything at a go, but I want them to know that we are working 20 hours a day. We sleep for the 4 hours, but the 20, we are working for them. And definitely when you look at the past 3-4 years, the acceleration has been great. And the young people, especially, my heart is really with the young people to make sure that we enable them, because this is their time. We need to enable them to move. Their work and their future depends a lot on the internet. Government is working very hard to increase and enhance access, the mobile internet, and also the broadband. We are also working to make sure we can begin to access satellite internet. So we are working and we are there, and we also want to make it affordable, because if it's too expensive, then they may not be able to afford it. But government and His Excellency the President is very committed to this agenda.
Now, I want to bring in Honorable Chofa with me in studios, and I'm sure he's still with us, Honorable Minister. Now, there is so much innovation happening, I must say. But how are we ensuring we market this and this is being used? There is one thing, I'm so passionate about agriculture, But when I go to the various agricultural institutions we have, you'll find they have technologies.
Yeah, sure.
But these technologies, you wonder why they have even developed them, some of them. A farmer is having challenges with cutting elephant grass, making silage. Then you find someone has come up, a scientist has come up with an innovation
cutter.
with a modern machine that can quicken these things, but they're stationed there. When you talk about e-mobility, I'm happy for the motorcycles, they're now everywhere.
Yes.
But we have these innovations, very good. They remain to be known by the ministers and those that have developed them, to go on record either for their research, for their PhDs, but the local person who would say this is a problem-solving equipment, let's use it, let's have it on market, let's go broad, end up not getting that.
Actually, this is what is being done. And one of the methods we are using are these exhibitions, which Dr. Msenera has decided to decentralize, take them regionally. Then you are aware every year we have a science week. Normally it's held here at Kololo. And the intention is to try to bring ideas, innovations, prototypes, which have now been turned into products to the public, to expose them to the public. And that one is done almost every year. But the dream or the plan, I think this year or early next year, we want to set up a place. I think they even acquired land somewhere. We want to build a kind of like a showroom, which is called a supermarket, so that every product, including products from agriculture, products from everywhere, we want to start having a permanent Ugandan innovators supermarket where everyone can walk in, buy, pick something and go home. And in one or the other, like you are asking, what are these innovations doing to the economy? We are promoting Bubu.
By Uganda.
We build Uganda.
Uganda.
Yes. So this is being done. Actually, almost every year we do about 4 to 5, if not 6 exhibitions. And it normally calls upon people, you come, see this and that. And now in her wisdom, she started taking them regionally, and also trying to help the innovators from those regional base. For instance, a person from Butembo really, besides they have their daughter here, how many would you think of coming from all the way from Butembo to come to Kampala, and then you meet the science and so on? But at least while in Butembo, she's able to put someone in touch with somebody who can lead you, and then she sends the team there, not allowing you to walk in Kampala. She sends the team there. You start building your prototype properly, and then the idea is developed.
Well, the idea is developed. I don't have so much time here. I have to leave room for more programming. But Dr. Monica, I hope you're still with us via Zoom. Dr. Mosenero?
I'm here with you.
What I've asked Honorable Chofa Togabi here. Various innovations that you've come up with, because we see many of them seem to remain with you, the developers themselves, and not translated into people to use them as solving the problems that they are finding.
Thank you so much. That was so in the past, but that is not how it is now. For a while, as we were learning, we were not very sure of how to walk the journey until we reach the market, because your clients have been exposed to something. For example, you're talking about the silage cutter. When our people in Katwe would make, or in our institutions would make a silage cutter, but is competing with one from China, and ours is not very refined. So we have been working behind the scenes to refine. And this year in the Science Week, November 5th to 10th, you are going to see we have gone to the market. The Science Week is going to be about exposing you to now the market-ready things, the ones that we can manufacture. We have gone to all those institutions We have profiled what was there, which they had innovated but not taken to the market. And this is now the push, this is the agenda. And if you see my t-shirt, it is saying Uganda to Simbude. So we have taken off. So that was so. Of course, we can't push everything at a go, but we are moving even into Katwe. We have our people who innovate things, but they are not so refined. They do not compete, but now.
Okay, we'll be getting back to Dr. Honorable in the interest of time. Let me just have your parting shot.
One, I call upon Ugandans, let's go to the table for two reasons. One, see what young Ugandans are doing, see what your fellow people are doing, see what your fellow brothers and sisters and uncles and so on are doing. Then appreciate science, appreciate them now, the new world, the new order, because if you remain in analog, of course the world will leave you, that is it. Then also on the other lighter note, come and see what your government is doing. You know, our government is funny. It's like an elephant. They don't shout when you're working. That's why she was saying, behind the scenes, we don't shout. We are not like this local chicken, which produces a small thing like this, but makes a lot of noise for everyone to know around the neighborhood that they make a hen wants to lay an egg. But we are like elephants, we keep quiet, we develop, we cook, then we put food on the table. So I call upon Ugandans, especially from the eastern part now. Don't even walk out from Kampala to the other side. Now from Mbale, Butebu, around those districts of Bodaka, go and see. Then innovators from that region, please go. We are ready and willing to receive you, serve you, and then we save on the costs and energy and everything, then we build our country. That is all. Then for the people of Kampala, your office is just here around Naguru. Please come or meet anyone. We shall lead you there. Don't sleep with your idea. If you have an idea, wake it up. Please bring the idea so that it can result into a product. And the money, at the end of the day, you earn a living.
Well, thank you so much, Honorable Kabuye Fatogabye, Minister of State for Kampala, but also in line with ICT, Science and Technology and Innovation. Dr. Monica, as we come to the end of this very program, let me just have your parting shot in relation to tomorrow's activity and, of course, today.
I want to welcome all Ugandans. Even Kampala now, government has built roads. It is tarmac all the way. You can come and see what people in this side are doing. Today, we have the exhibition. Tomorrow, we have the exhibition. And on the 22nd, on Thursday, come and meet your president. Come and hear the plans that we have. As we give thanks for how far we have come, we are also making a promise for the future. All roads now lead to Petete in Butebu district. Between today and Thursday, all roads lead there. We are connected by tarmac from all ends of the country. From Kampala, take Tirinyi Road, Palisa Road, and you'll be at Butebu. From Mbale, you take from Tororo, from the north, the government has built, so all roads lead there. You are welcome. We want this to be a massive Thanksgiving, but also a discussion of a promise for a great future, which the NRM government has brought. We promise to make Uganda the best, science, technology, and innovation. And this is your world. Thank you.
Dr. Monica Musinero, Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation. I love the fact that you're talking about the future, and the world to go is all about innovation, science and technology. We can only reduce what we import into the country by manufacturing and coming up with new innovation, and then we create more jobs there, but also we export to other countries and make more money. So Thursday, please, it is the Thanksgiving, and His Excellency will be there to look at our journey and take us more into the future in the line of science, technology and innovation. Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, wishing you the best of your day. Thank you so much for being with us, and kindly please keep it with us. More programming is coming in aimed at ensuring that we give you all the best that you need to